If your life feels messy, it is probably not because you are lazy, it is because your days have no reset buttons. And here is a scarier thought. If you live the next year exactly like you lived the last one, you will get the same results, just more tired. I did not change my life with motivation or a huge breakthrough. I changed it with tiny habits I learned in Japan. The kind that make your space feel calmer, your mornings feel cleaner, and your brain stop buzzing. I am going to give you 12 of them, one per month in 2026. Start with the first one, and you will feel the difference tonight. And stay with me, because one of these habits will show you your stress before you even admit you are stressed. The first change started in the morning, and it sounds boring. I began the day by resetting my space. Not deep cleaning, not scrubbing everything, just a simple reset. Make the bed, clear the desk, wipe the counter, put one or two things back. In tea ceremony, everything begins with cleaning the tools. It is not about germs, it is about readiness. When I started doing that, my room stopped feeling like a problem waiting to happen. Then I added the matching move at night. Before sleep, I put back what I used. Jacket on the chair, cup in the sink, charger in its spot, start clean and organized. This works because it stops mess from turning into a project. A few days later, I added something even smaller. And this one came from my family mindset, not Japan itself. I picked one tiny habit I could do every day. No excuses. It had to be easy enough that I could still do it when I was sick, tired, or in a rush. It could be anything. Stretch once, drink a glass of water, align your shoes, write one sentence. The point is not the habit itself. The point is the promise. When you keep one small promise every day, your brain starts trusting you. And when you trust yourself, bigger habits stop feeling scary. Then something happened that surprised me. I got calmer without forcing myself to be calmer. It started with how I handled objects. A tea teacher once told me to treat things with the care you would give someone you love. Not in a weird romantic way, in a mindful way. So I tried one simple test. Every time I touched something, I touched it like I had time. I placed my cup down instead of dropping it. I closed doors softly. I put my phone on the table instead of tossing it. My hands slowed down. Then my thoughts slowed down. It felt like turning the volume down on my day. After that, I realized my mind had habits too. Some people automatically look for what is wrong. Some people automatically look for what can be done. That is a habit, and it can be trained. So I practiced one move. When something annoying happened, I did not let my first thought be the final thought. I paused and asked, what is a better way to meet this moment? Not fake positivity, just a better response. The moment did not change, but the weight of it did. Now this next part matters more than people think, and it is where many people either level up or stay stuck. I changed something in my food. And I will keep this honest. I am not saying this is a magic cure for anything, but in Japan, fermented foods are normal. Miso, natto, koji, pickles. And when I started eating more in that direction, my energy felt steadier, my stomach felt calmer, my mood felt more stable. If you struggle with serious mental health issues, get real support too. But if you want a simple upgrade that can help your body feel steadier, start paying attention to your gut like it matters. Now here is one that is not a Japanese tradition, but it fit my life while I was there. I needed a fast reset for my body and brain, so I tried a simple contrast shower. Warm water, then a short burst of cold, then warm again. The cold part feels like a shock, and your brain will beg you to quit. But here is the trick. It only lasts a moment. Then your body wakes up like someone hit a reset button. I do not claim it makes you invincible, but it teaches you something real. You can stay calm inside discomfort, and when you practice that daily, you stop panicking so easily in normal life. If you do nothing else from this video, do this next one. It is small, but it changes how your whole day feels. At some point, I realized I was carrying stress in my breath. When I was anxious, my breathing was shallow and fast. When I was calm, it was slow and deep. So I started doing 3 minutes in the morning where I just sit, breathe, and notice. No fancy setup, no long sessions, just breathing like it is a skill. When your breath slows down, your thoughts often slow down too. This habit felt like cleaning my mind the same way I cleaned my room. Then came the habit that changed my mornings the most. I stopped letting the world grab me first. I used to wake up and check my phone, news, messages, other people's lives, and I did not even notice how much it drained me until I stopped. So I gave myself a simple rule. The first hour is mine. No social media, no news, no email, not because those things are evil, but because my brain deserves a clean start. That hour became my quiet power. A walk, a stretch, a few pages of writing, even just sitting with a drink and looking out the window. And once you feel that kind of morning, you do not want to go back. Now here is the habit I hinted at earlier, the one that shows you your stress before you admit you are stressed. I added one ritual. For me, it was making matcha. Not just drinking it, preparing it the same way each day. Same steps, same tools, same pace. A ritual does something powerful. It reflects you. When I was rushed, my movements got sharp. When I was stressed, I handled the tools roughly. When I was distracted, I spilled. The ritual did not judge me. It just showed me the truth. Then I could adjust. A deep breath, slower movements, less force. You can use matcha, coffee, tea, even washing a cup. The point is one daily ritual that tells you how you are doing. Later, I met older people who changed how I think about happiness. Not through big speeches, through how they spoke about ordinary life. They were grateful to walk, grateful to eat, grateful to work. And it hit me that happiness is not always about getting more. Sometimes it is about noticing more. So I started writing 3 things I'm grateful for. Not fancy things, real things. Clean water, a good sunrise, a body that still moves. When you write gratitude down, it stops being a vague idea. It becomes something you can actually feel. It sets your mind for the day. Then I needed a habit that kept me moving even when I was scared to fail. I used to treat failure like a stop sign, like it meant I was not good enough. But I heard a simple idea that changed my view. Most wins come after many tries. So failing is not a warning. It is a normal step. I started treating my attempts like reps at the gym. The goal was not to win every time. The goal was to keep showing up until something works. This makes you fearless in a quiet way, because you stop being surprised by setbacks. And finally, I have to say the most obvious one. Move your body. Not for vanity, for your mind. When you keep your body strong, your confidence grows in a quiet way. You stand differently. You speak differently. You feel more capable. You do not need a perfect plan. You need a simple plan you can repeat. 2 or 3 days a week. Short walks. Basic strength work. Anything you can stay consistent with. Your body becomes proof that you can change. And that proof spills into the rest of your life. That is the whole system. Nothing dramatic, just small habits stacked like little stones. At first, you feel like nothing is happening. Then one day you look back and realize you built something tall. A calmer routine, a cleaner space, a steadier mind, more confidence, less chaos. So pick your first habit for January 2026. Not the hardest one. The easiest one that actually fits your real life. Start clean, end organized is a great place to begin. And if you want, tell me which habit you are starting with, because I read the comments and I want to know what you are stacking this year.